Hello, hello, it's me, Lindsay Tello. Today we're going to be doing the eyeshadow palette tag. This is where I'm going to be talking about my eyeshadow palettes and yeah, some things. So it looks a little different. I'm sitting on my bed right now. I've got my bucket of eyeshadows right here and I've got my notes. So I wanted to be closer to the lights. So yeah, hopefully you can see them real good. I am breaking out a little bit, please ignore that. But other than that, let's get started. So this, I'm gonna be reading off a series of prompts, and then I'm gonna be telling you about my eyeshadow collection. So what is your newest palette? My newest palette is the ColourPop That's Taupe palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. That's the That's Taupe palette. I really like it. I've only used it once, but I really enjoy it. My oldest palette is the Urban Decay Electric palette. This is what it looks like on the front, and this is what it looks like inside. This palette has so many fond memories for me. I used to work at JCPenney's in the hair salon, and I would go into the Sephora that they had, and this was my first real high quality, high-end colorful palette I ever bought. So that's a big deal to me. So that was my first colorful palette, my first not my first colorful palette, my oldest palette. I've been buying colorful palettes for years. Okay, my most expensive palette is, sadly, I don't really support this brand anymore, but that's besides the point. I'm not trying to tell you who to support. The Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I think I paid about 60 bucks for this. I won't pay more than 60 bucks for a palette. I'm trying to open it for you, sorry. But it's a beautiful palette, and I still use it, and I still love it. And I don't regret the purchase, but I just have my reasonings for not supporting him. Okay, my most affordable palette is the e.l.f. Bite Size palettes. I actually just got these too. So yeah, my most affordable palettes are my e.l.f. Bite Size palettes. They're $3. I'll show you some of the ones I got. This is Carnival Candy. Don't know why they named it that. That's pretty neutral to me. This is Pumpkin Pie. It's got some bronzy tones. I hope you can see that good. My camera's not wanting to focus. This is Truffles, which is a neutral one. And I also have two more. One called Rose Water and one called Hot Jalapeno, I think. Rose Water is a rosy colored and Hot Jalapeno is a green colored, and they're all really good. I've heard they're all good except for the blue one. So if you're going to purchase them, buy every quad except for the blue quad, and the blue quad looks so pretty. It's like a periwinkle blue, but stay away from that one because I've heard that's the worst one. But I've heard all the other ones are super good compared to that one. Okay. My most colorful palette, I have to say, it was hard for me to pick on this section because I have a lot of colorful palettes. Most of my collection is colorful palettes. And, but I have to spotlight this one because this is my favorite colorful palette. And it might not look like the most colorful palette to you, but it's pretty dang colorful to me. This is the Pinky Rose Brown. This is the palette. I've hit pan in the shade Smash, as you can see, and then I'm about to hit pan in the shade Pop Rocks. I love this palette. The pigment is really there. The glitters are absolutely beautiful, and it's such a high quality palette. I definitely recommend Pinky Rose Cosmetics to you guys. It's a Latina owned brand, and it's a small brand. You should shop small sometimes. It's really good. Okay, my everyday palette I don't have with me, but you guys have seen it a million times in my project pan, is my Naked Basics palette. That's just the one I use every day, and that's also my most used palette. So that's my everyday and my most used palette. Sorry, I'm looking down because my biggest palette is probably the You Can Be Fruit Pie Filling Palette. This thing is huge. It's bigger than my head. And it's really colorful too. I almost put this one in the really colorful spot. But it's got 30 shades. So that's, I think, my biggest palette. I don't particularly like humongous palettes. But I like this one. I got this one off Amazon. And it's, as I said, the You Can Be Fruit Pie Filling. My Show a Palette Worth the Hype. Okay, I don't know if this got the hype that it deserves, but I'm going to give it some hype right now. This is the Alexis Stone Instinct palette. This is a really colorful palette. It's full of matte shades. But this is a very, very high quality palette from Makeup Revolution. You can get this at Ulta Beauty. You can get it online and in stores. And you can make pretty much any color with this. The way Alexis Stone has it set up, it's amazing. And you should see the looks that Alexis Stone has created with these, with just this palette alone. It'll blow your mind. So I love that palette. I've done a lot with that palette. Show a palette not worth the hype. Okay, I'm gonna get some heat for this, but hear me out. The Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette. I feel like the way they hyped this up, they made everybody a sucker for buying this. And I was one of those suckers that bought it. And now I hardly use it. I did use it for today's look. Just to use it. It's not my eyeliner underneath, but I use it for the top of my lids. And I've used it some, but like that top row right there with the mainly neutrals, I barely ever use. I mainly use the last two rows because I'm not really a neutrals fan. So, I don't know why I feel like it's also one of the most expensive palettes I've bought besides the Jawbreaker palette because it's a Jeffree Star palette. And I just feel like I kind of got swayed in a way to purchase this palette because I got hooked by the series about this palette. And I felt very heartfelt about this palette before I knew allegations about said person, Shane Dawson. I don't know how I feel about it now that I know that I've supported someone like that. I don't know. He could be the best person in the world. I don't know. I try not to be judgmental, but I also gotta, like, I gotta start thinking with my mind and put my dollar towards more small independent brands that are less problematic. And just like Pinky Rose is not problematic at all. Like stuff like that. I would like, or like I would like to buy more stuff from Sugar Pill. And I really want, this is a whole different tangent, but I really want my dollar to start going to somewhere I'm proud of. And if I'm gonna buy more eyeshadow palettes, I want it to come from good places, from non-problematic influencers, or not an influencer at all. It doesn't matter if you're an influencer. If your makeup looks cool, I'll buy it. Like I want to buy that Makeup and Murder neon pigments, but I don't know if I'll use pigments that much, so that's why I keep like not buying the pigments. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should buy the pigments? I would use them if I had them, but I've never worked with just pure loose pigment before, so I'm scared I wouldn't really know how to like do them on my eyes as well as like a pressed eyeshadow. That sounds like a rookie thing, but anyways, so basically these are my palettes. Sorry if the footage was a little wobbly because I'm just holding this with my hands because I don't have a big tripod yet, but hopefully that's coming for Christmas or my birthday, or I can buy it for myself. But yeah, I know I've been a little slow putting out some content lately. I'm sorry about that too. I'll try to get back into the swing of things. It's just the holidays and my birthday's on December 17th. And I've had a lot of things going on health-wise, so I haven't always been able to be super active on here. But I love you guys. I love watching your videos. I watch YouTube every single day I'm on the app. So even if I'm not posting, I'm still here. Leave me a comment down below if you like this stuff. If you don't, you don't have to. It's not, I don't like to tell people what to do in my videos. I don't like to tell people to subscribe. I don't like to tell, you don't have to do any of that. As long as you watch my video, that means the world to me. So thank you. Anyways, yeah, I'm done rambling now. I've missed you guys. I'm gonna have to do another makeup tutorial soon. I know not many of you watch the makeup tutorials. Y'all usually watch more commentary videos. Those are more popular on YouTube right now, but I can't help it. I love doing the makeup tutorials. That's just like where my heart lies. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a good one.